a show stating what others hate. Seeking the truth and transparency here on Patriot View
at 1A Independent News.
With your host, Bear Direct.
Hey, what's going on, Patriots? Thank you for joining us for this episode of Patriot View at 1A Independent News. Hang into the end. We're going to give you a way to get something out if there's something on your mind, but don't want to put it on your own social media profile due to trolls. We do have some regulations or requirements for submissions, but nothing that is unreasonable. All right. Yeah. Not something you see every day, but okay. Also, we do not have any sponsors on our website, so our website and email should be up here right now. If you go to our website, we have items we recommend. They are not sponsors. So they're in the description of the product. It will say not a sponsor. If anything changes with that, the relationship between that product and ourselves, right now there is none. Other than we purchased these products ourselves, tried them out, we liked them, we still use them, so we decided we put it in our recommended items list. So if anything changes with the relationship between the product and ourselves, we will remove not a sponsor and we will put in the appropriate relationship. 2 ways you can support us on our website. Top of all the pages on the website, there's a little gift box. That little gift box is put up there by our hosting provider. Anything you gift to that gift box goes directly to our hosting provider. Does not go to us, goes to our hosting provider. And credits our hosting account. Bottom of the home page, there is a crowdfunding box. Lots of things are done through crowdfunding now. A lot of movies, publications, and a magnitude of things are done through crowdfunding now. So if you want to help us out through the crowdfunding or the hosting, we greatly appreciate it. Everything we do is paid for out of my pocket. We really, ultimately, our goal was to have everything paid for and funded through our views on Rumble. We don't have enough views, so we're not generating anything because of the views. So help us get those views up. If you are a promoter and you are looking to get paid, I understand it. I really do. But I can't pay you. I've already had to cancel some of our stuff that we had, like our live streaming platform, which gave us the ability to live stream to our website. We had to cancel that, which really sucked. Because I really liked it because we were able to put things up real time. We had so many options and at our fingertips while we were doing the episode. So we could live stream to our website. We could have them up on Rumble. We could actually live stream to our fucking Facebook page if we wanted to. So no, this is how we weed out those that are trying to promote. Say we can help you through promotion. That's give you fluff, trying to make you feel good about your content, and they've never even watched your content. This is how we weed them out, because if they comment, do not comment if you're trying to do something with promotions. Don't talk about anything about I can help you grow your content. I can help you do this. Send it to us in an email. Okay, the email was up in the beginning. It may still be up. It'll definitely be up at the end. Send us an email. This is how I tell who actually paid for the promoters, paid attention and watched the content, and those that are just shooting fluff and didn't actually watch. Because if they did, they'd understand. I can't pay you. I don't have the extra funds to pay for promotion or to have somebody help promote our content. I'd love to, but I rely on the people. If you're viewing from Facebook, X, or Truth, help us get the share the content on those platforms. You're getting the episode of the day. You're getting the direct link to the episode of the day, okay? If you're not already signed up on Rumble, sign up on Rumble for a free Rumble account. Hit the orange and white one in the logo or Patreon view on the episode. It'll take you to our channel. Follow, subscribe, whatever happens to be there. And let's get those followers up, subscribers up. Share the channel as well. Lots of great content. Listen, we have a paid plan on Rumble because we needed more storage space. When you sign up for a free Rumble account, you get a limited, when I say limited, very small amount of storage. You can try your hand at content creation yourself and see if you haven't done it already. See how it works. Like I said, lots of great content, lots of great content creators. I don't know, seems to be the people with the freaking squirrels on skateboards and bunnies and dogs and cats seem to do very well. But anyways, help us out, help us grow our Rumble numbers. We're on back on YouTube. YouTube's starting to pick up, but YouTube you got to jump through hoops to monetize. Where Rumble you don't, you just got to have the numbers. So help us out. That's the big key right there. Help us out. Help us grow those numbers to where they need to be, which is very high. When I stop talking about helping us grow and go to our website and hit the crowdfunding or the hosting, you know that we're finally getting the numbers that we need. Because I don't want to be asking for help to keep this alive so we can see our goals through and our visions. So, anyways, thank you for listening to that little spiel. Here we go. You know, we've all been PO'd about, along with everybody else, about the government shutdown. Why Democrats are blaming on Republicans when in reality, those of us that actually listen and see what's going on and know what's going on have got some insights on the bill. Listen, a lot of these bills, if you got the bill number, you can actually go in and see what's proposed in it. Okay? It's not top secret. All right, dude. I don't know what your hurry is. Guys, 45 miles an hour, okay? I'm not saying that I'm going over, but this guy just got and whipped out around me and he's just walking away. So I'm not gonna say I'm over. So let's put it this way: 45. This guy's walking away. Didn't say walk. He's running away. No, he's gone. In a 45. We had a good frost last night, which means the roads have a tendency you could end up, if anybody's familiar with black ice, could potentially get a little slickery. If you don't leave and give yourself, I hate you doing these PSAs. Excuse me. Give yourself plenty of time to go from point A to point B and do what we did in the Marine Corps. Hurry up and wait. Get there, you got extra time to wait for whatever you're going to be doing next. That was the Marine Corps way. But sorry, that's the way it is. Oop. We'll leave that one out for right now. So anyways, don't be that guy or gal that gets yourself or somebody else killed because you are impatient. When somebody may or may not already be going over the speed limit, do you feel the need to pass them because you did not give yourself adequate amount of time to? But let me tell you what, if you're behind somebody that may or may not be going above the speed limit, then there's really no reason for you to need to pass to go even may or may not even more above the speed limit, right? Just saying. Don't be that guy or gal that kills somebody or somebody in your car because of your impatience for no reason, because you chose to not do the right thing, because you chose to not get moving, to give yourself extra time. So, all right. Now that things like that are the items that really get me twisted. Used to, as a former fire and rescue, I dealt with enough car accidents or MVAs with entrapment. Some of them were fatal, all because of somebody being impatient. All because they did not give themselves the adequate time to get from point A to point B in the time that they are required. That's really just unreasonable to say, well, I was in a hurry. I was running behind. So freaking what? That's your fault. Now somebody else is suffering because of you. Because this person's unscathed and somebody else is potentially fighting for their life or severely injured, broken limbs. I had one. I'll give you an example. I had one incident. It was a 2-car MVA with entrapment. A mother and a daughter got hit by somebody that ran a stop sign. The daughter was a little girl. I think she was about 6 or 7, banged up pretty good, but not, anything, extremely severe. Nothing that could be life threatening. The mother really banged up bad. Still not extremely, nothing that would be considered life threatening, but she lost her foot. Does it all but amputated? It was just hanging on by when I say thread of the skin, hanging on by the thread of the skin. But she did end up ultimately losing her foot. And now she's permanently scarred. She's not whole because somebody was in a hurry. And the driver of the other vehicle, unharmed. Unharmed, not even a bruise. I was in a hurry. For what? What are you in a hurry for that you almost killed 2 people? So, all right, ran over. Let me get back to these stupid Democrats. You said you're non-biased. I am. But it doesn't mean I can't say stupid Democrats because I don't agree with what they're doing. They are literally trying to hold the government hostage, the taxpayers hostage. They're trying to go, see, the Republicans don't want, so now SNAP benefits are going to, the pay, the boo, trying to pin it all. Listen, this is a ploy for the midterms, okay? Tick off the people. And then in the midterms, they'll vote for us. They're not going to vote for Republicans. Any Democrats that voted Republican are going to vote for come back to us. They're going to get Republicans that are going to vote for us because we fought hard for them. And I think in reality, you're going to notice the Republicans and Trump are actually working really hard to try to get a workaround, okay? A workaround to get those workers paid, to get those SNAP benefits funded. Okay, there's workarounds. It just takes some time. So they're working on that right now. So hopefully by Saturday, or we'll say Friday, because I think that's when most of the stuff is, I think, takes effect the first of the month. They'll have that all figured out, and those benefits will be received. Hopefully, for those that actually truly need them and deserve them, not people that are playing the system. This is one of the things that a lot of people have an issue with, is people that are playing the system. When you got people that are playing the system, it's theft, man. It's fraud, because they're just too lazy. They don't want to work or whatnot. I think you should have to receive certain benefits. You should have to have a job, prove that you can't work. You can't work for whatever reason. Listen, I can't work. What? You can't do a remote job. You can't sit at a keyboard and type. Learn how to type. Cold call. They have people that do cold calls all the time. All you got to be able to do is realize who can't actually operate a computer. You're lying if you say you can't. It's called lazy. You don't want it. And you have people that are just, I'm sorry, morbidly obese. That I can't leave my house. How did you get that way? Unless it's a medical condition that made you gain weight and you couldn't lose weight and you eat like a bird as it is. I got no sympathy for you. I'm going to give you, here comes the other example. I have a niece. She's got they're still trying to figure out exactly what the issue is. Girl eats when I say eats like a bird, she eats like a bird. She's a pretty good sized girl. She eats very healthy, but her intake is very, very small, very little. She should be, basically eating herself, right? And you would think. Nope. So I feel really bad for her, because that can weigh in on a psychological aspect for somebody. That would explain why she's so witchy. Now, so I feel bad for the people that have, and you know what? She doesn't say I can't work. This girl's worked since she can work. And she works hard. She actually went to college, was going to college for media broadcast. She was at the radio stations, and then during the COVID shutdowns, kind of blew that one. All the interns were basically let go, and weren't brought back. So she was on the radio all the time, doing all these different things. She really enjoyed it. Well, she had to shift gears because the broadcasting, just she couldn't finish the requirements on it that she needed because of COVID. So I feel bad for her. She found something she really enjoyed, and she had to switch her major when she was almost done. So now she got straddled with even more debt for school. So I guess she didn't pick the route that my nephew picked, her brother, where he went to school and became a doctor. Each one took a different path, but he's got a lot of debt. But they're not sitting there going, I want my debt paid, my school paid for. I want my school paid for. No, they're both, I incurred the debt, and I'm responsible for it. Any responsible student is going to sit there and go, I incurred that debt. I chose to go to school. Why? I'm responsible for that. Why should the taxpayers pay for that? I didn't get a Pell Grant. I didn't get this. I have to pay for it. I went to college. I applied for a Pell Grant. I made $1.75 too much because I was a returning student. I was older, but I made $1.75 too much to get a Pell Grant. $1.75. I was like, you gotta be joking. That's not the only time that I've been denied for something because I make $1 or $2 too much or less than $1 too much. And so, yeah, I guess you gotta be lazy and not wanna do nothing. So, but anyways, these Democrats are sitting there trying to work the people into hating Republicans. It's their fault. When in reality, it's the Democrats' fault. Because the Democrats insist on keeping all these Obama-era bills in place that, these certain things, like on the Obamacare, which is just a total bunch of BS, has really screwed things up. The other one is all kinds of free medical care, this, that, and every other thing for illegal aliens. What are you doing? You want to give free medical care to illegal aliens, but you have homeless veterans on the street that can't get free medical care. Don't even get free medical care through the VA. I don't get free medical care through the VA. I'm a service-connected disabled veteran. Yeah. That just said it all. That's the way you speak. That says it all. But yeah, I am a service-connected disabled veteran. But because of my rating, I do not get free medical care. I got a hold of the VA about a dentist. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, you don't qualify for dental through the VA. But you can pay for it. You can get insurance and pay for it. Why? What do you mean I cannot come to the VA. I cannot make an appointment to come down to the VA to have a dental procedure done. No. Oh, really? No. I was literally told no. I could not make an appointment. Even if I was paying for it, I could not use the VA dental department. Are they that busy? I used to be able to, I had a check about the vision because I used to be able to go see the doctors and the optometrist there. But I refused to go there because the last time I was there, one of the doctors wanted to send me for prism treatment. And I'm like, are you out of your freaking mind? Prism treatment? No. So I ended up going to another optometrist, that I went to on my own, local. And I told him what the doctor at the VA said. And I got the report from the doctor at the VA as well, because I requested that. And it was like pulling teeth, but I said, it's my record. I want it because I'm consulting with another physician. And the doctor that I had looked and goes, what is this guy? This guy shouldn't be even freaking practicing. No wonder he's at the VA. So I'm not saying all the doctors at the VA are horrible, but in my experience, the ones that I've seen are horrible. So I am one of those, I totally disagree with funding and giving free money to illegals. You broke the law to get here. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter whether Biden said let him in or not. He was complicit, and his people were complicit. His administration was complicit in breaking the law. So, no, I don't agree with giving these illegal aliens free medical care, free money. Don't give them. They shouldn't be receiving any taxpayer funds. They're not citizens. They're here illegally. They should not be receiving any taxpayer funds unless they're choosing to self-deport, and the Department of Homeland Security is giving them some money to get the hell out of Dodge, up to $1,000 to self-deport. See ya. It's the only taxpayer dollars that should be going out to illegals to get them out of here. We shouldn't be housing them, clothing them, feeding them, giving them medical care, and all these things, giving them cell phones, all these things on a taxpayer dime. And then all they did was complain, a lot of them, about the horrible conditions they have to live in. You chose to come here. You chose to invade a sovereign nation. The liberals don't look at it as an invasion. It's an invasion. It was an unwanted influx of people, many of them gang members, murderers, rapists, drug smugglers, members of the cartels, MS-13 and such, gangs, period, from South America. Trendy, Aragua. And these liberals are just sitting there, and you still see them in the government wanting to give these people still more taxpayer dollars. Why don't you give all veterans, free health care? Give all veterans, all those that served in the United States military, free health care, instead of giving it to our illegal aliens that we're already dealing with. Why don't you give get the homeless veterans off the streets? Try to get them off the streets if you can convince them to come off the streets. Some homeless people and homeless veterans just cannot function in normal society. Sorry, it just happens. Not just veterans, but just homeless people in general. Some of them just need some help. Why are we not focused on that? Our veterans and our citizens that are homeless, that want help. No. Democrats, liberals are hyper-focused on helping illegal aliens with the taxpayer dollars, instead of our own problems, which are our homeless population, our homeless veteran population. Helping those that are addicted to drugs, that are citizens, to get off them and get away from them. You're diverting funds away from combating drug running in the United States, as hard as they try. So yes, the liberal Democrats are actually holding the U.S. government and the United States citizens and taxpayers, all of them, liberal, Democrat, conservative, Republican, whatever you want to call yourself, independent, libertarian, whatever you call yourself, holding us all hostage. Only certain people, the right and some centrist, are realizing what's really going on, that we're being held hostage by the liberal Democrats that just want to keep funding these illegal aliens with our dollars. They are the ones. It's not the Republicans. They, the left, the Democrats, They are the ones that are doing it. They are the ones that are going to make these people go without pay, lose certain benefits. They are, because they are going to stand their ground. And guess what? Republicans are going to stand their ground and say, no, we're done using taxpayer dollars to fund people that came into this country illegally. We cannot fund them anymore. We're not doing it. The taxpayers voted against this, which is exactly what it was. When they voted for Trump and all these Republicans got voted in over Democrats, which is why they hold the House and the Senate. And any Republican that is voting hand in hand with the Democrats to keep the government shut down, you're just as bad. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. There's some in the mix there that I used to agree with some of the stuff they said, most of the stuff they said, and then they said some stupid stuff. Made some stupid voting decisions, and that's why I said you got to watch these people. You got to look at their voting records. You got to see what they voted for, what they voted against, what was in those bills. You got to go through the layers of the bills and see to get into that rotten creamy center, and it just kind of trickles down from there. In bad, because they bury the really bad part. They bury way into it, so that way the average person isn't going to see it, and they're going to say, "Oh, that's a good idea. This bill. Look at this bill. This bill's great," because they didn't get down. They got bored part of the way through. My wife's like that. Well, I didn't get all the way through it because, man, it's just too long. So, hey, did you see this in this thing? Like Prop 1 here in New York. Did you? No, I thought that it sounded good. I go, but you didn't see this part? And I started reading the part about biological males and girls' bathrooms, blah, 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 blah. She goes, no, I didn't see that. I go, yeah, because it's buried way down here. Because they know people ain't going to read it if it, all the way down here. They're only going to see the good part and then skip right past it right past the bad and vote for it. Which is exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So this is why a lot of people have with the stuff with the Democrats and the reason the government shut down is because people have sat there and read it and went, nope, 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 nope. Then it's not a secret, man. It's not a secret. But the Democrats still want to gaslight and say, oh, the Republicans. And the Republicans are sitting there doing exactly what they should be doing. This is the facts. This is what's going on. This is what they're proposing. And we're not doing it. Like I said, I think what they should be saying is, we're not going to be doing it if we're going to be handing that kind of money out, it should be going to our homeless veterans, our homeless period. Our veterans are going to get free health care, and we're going to try to do something with health care for our homeless and help our homeless veterans, help our homeless period. Well, why not everybody? You can't fund everybody. You really can't. I'm sorry. Just because if they funded free health care for all veterans doesn't mean my family's getting it. That's me. I'm the veteran. I'm the one that served. Doesn't mean your family gets it. So, but with these illegals, if you got a family of 10, that's 10 people that's here illegally getting free health care. Now multiply those numbers. Do the math. You think we should be spending our tax dollars on that or on our veterans and are homeless. Some kind of subsidy to help those that are working their butts off and still can't afford private health care or private insurance for their health care needs. These are the things we should be focusing on as a nation, not paying for people that broke the law and entered our country illegally. So, no, I don't agree with the Democrats. I think their goal all along has been to basically try to buy potential votes from those that are entering our country illegally. This is why they wanted to try to figure out a way to let illegals, people that are not citizens, vote in our elections. According to law, they can't. According to the law, they cannot vote, period. Bottom line. So, let me know what you think on that part. But before I do, before I bust out, I'm gonna talk about one more thing real quick. And when I say real quick, the lead that Mondani had on Cuomo, the margin is narrowing. So again, I can't stand Andrew Cuomo, but you know what? Sometimes you have to think about pick the better of two evils. And Mondani is not. No. This all bad. Not. Do some research. This guy I don't know where his head is, but he's a socialist. Does not like Jews. His father, his father is a professor. He made very clear affirmations, we'll say, on certain things that are bad. Pretty much, in my opinion, could be borderline terroristic in views. So we're seeing some of these gaps that were larger in some of these gubernatorial elections, the races actually narrowing as we're coming up into the election time, getting closer to that time. So let's see, man. Hopefully, Swallow's just, I'm sorry, this guy is just, he's done a lot of great. His intentions were great all these years. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the base. He doesn't have the votes in the polls to boost him to where he needs to be. And he could potentially be just taking votes away from Cuomo to be able to beat this guy. And his ego is holding him right down. So I know some people are saying, well, don't Cuomo back up. Because he's ahead of his, way ahead of him. Why is he gonna lead? Eric Adams dropped out of the race. Cuomo picked up the votes. When you got the potential to have a socialist running the city, and destroying the city, Cuomo's not going to be any worse than Adams. Sorry. It's the way it is. He's not going to be any worse than Adams. Like I said, while he's Republican, I mean, he's got the greatest intentions, but he doesn't have the numbers to, he's got good numbers, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have the numbers to win. So, I don't know, man. I think these races are going to be freaking tight and close. And I hope for the people that don't fight as bad as it is to say it. It looks like the only hope for New York City is Cuomo at this point, unless Swallow does somehow manage to pull it off and people flock to him on election day. That's it. The goal in New York City is to keep Mondani out of office. That's it. The West Virginia race and the Jersey race, And I think there's one in PA. But the Jersey and the Virginia, they're going to be. I think they're going to be close. So we'll see, man. We'll see. The gaps are. I think one of them. I think Jersey. They're tied. I think that was the latest. Is they're about in the polls. They're right neck and neck with each other. So hey, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Hopefully they keep Winston Sears wins. She's like Chattarelli in Jersey. I hope he wins. Winston Sears in Virginia. And anybody but Mondani in New York City. And like I said, I can't. I think there's one in PA also, but I can't remember who it is. So I think Shapiro. Is it Shapiro in Pennsylvania? I can't remember. Or is it Shapiro in Jersey? I can't remember who it is. I mean, I got so much garbage rattling around up here in the melon that I can't remember it all, man. I don't have these are unscripted, so we don't have anything written out to keep everything in line. So we got to actually remember everything, every little detail, and you're just not going to do it. So, all right, guys, hit us in the comments what you think. If you got some ideas, you got something going on, you got an idea, you know how to try to promote or what we're missing, and you want to help us out, hit us in the email, okay? If you got something you want to get out there, again, hit us in the email. Website and email will be up here in a moment if it's not. So again, help us get those views up on YouTube. Now that we're back up on YouTube, help us get those numbers up on Rumble if you're viewing from Rumble. Facebook, X, and Truth, you're getting the episode of the day. So share those episodes on those platforms and encourage others to go to Rumble. Sign up for the free Rumble account. Help us get those views up. Follow, subscribe, share the channel as well. Try your hand at content creation. But help us get those views up to where we need to be so we can start generating what we need to fund our goals. Pop over to the website, bottom of the homepage, crowdfunding box. You want to help us out through that. Top of all the pages on the website, the hosting gift box, if you want to help us with the hosting. Again, we have no sponsors. We have items we recommend. That's it. We just recommend them. They are not sponsors. If you see a piece on our website that does not have a name on it, it's ours. Okay? We will not take credit for your piece if you send us something. So must have a first name or pseudonym, state location, not a physical address. State location so we can see we're reaching out. Others can see we're reaching out. If you're quoting anything, make sure it's in quotations. If you're using a source or as a reference, whatnot, make sure those are in brackets. Name of the website, no.com.net.org. Nothing. No dot nothing. Just the name of the website, title if there is one. Copy the indexed address out of the address bar. Paste it directly above, directly below your quote. Or if it's for one of your sources or references, paste it in the brackets. What we're going to do is we're going to hyperlink it into the text, changing the text a different color, indicating that it's clickable. People click on it, goes directly to the page on the website that your quote's from, or your source or your reference. You're not quoting them; you're just using them to, as go through, blasey, what your topic is and what you're talking about, and you can see as supported in. Okay, if you know how to hyperlink ahead of time. It'll save us time. We can just verify it. Okay, cannot be crazy and outlandish. Make sure you're running your piece through a grammar editor. It's to help bring it together and keep the trolls from bashing your grammar or misspelling or punctuation. Even though there's probably what they're in their comment is probably riddled with grammatical errors, but they don't care because they're bashing you. No, excuse me. So yeah, run your piece through a grammar editor. It's also going to help form it into, if you're not really good at that, it's going to help form it into a piece that people can really understand and get behind. Okay, as long as it's not crazy and outlandish, people can get behind it. So it doesn't matter whether you're on the left, you're on the right. Send us what you got, as long as it's not crazy outlandish. The rules remain the same. If it's out there, we're probably not going to put it up for you. Sorry. Excuse me. So once again, nothing crazy and outlandish. Put your pieces together the best you can. And like I said, run it through Grammar Editor. We don't have the time to go through and fix everything for you. Okay, make sure you're putting in there, making it known that it's your opinion, your view, your belief, blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not stating everything that you're saying is fact, but as your opinion. So must have a first name or a pseudonym, state and location, not a physical address. State and location, again, is so we can see we're reaching out. Others can see we're reaching out. So like Sally from Seattle, Washington, or Bass from Okeechobee, Florida. Simple, straightforward, non-identifying. The only one that's going to know it's you is you, and whoever else you tell it's you. So again, we want to thank you for supporting us, for the future support. Help us grow and send us what you got. Website and email are up there. And again, help us grow our Rumble channel. Help us grow the views. Help us grow the views on YouTube if you're viewing from YouTube now. Grow those subscriber numbers or follower numbers on YouTube. And let's help us take off and get to where we need to be. So like I said, we can hit our goals and start doing what we really want to do. We can only get better with your support. So again, we really want to thank you for your support. Send us what you got through the email. Hit the website, bottom of the homepage, crowdfunding, top of all the pages on the website is that hosting gift box. Again, we want to thank you for joining us for this episode of Patriot View at Money Independent News. And as always, till next time, stay frosty, my friend.
You just heard Patriot View
At 1A Independent News.
with Bear Direct. Join us on Rumble at 1A Independent News for our daily broadcast.